the daily wake up. Visualize your future, behave in ways needed to create your future, execute your new behaviors to fulfill your mission. We are mission chasers.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is John Vickers, owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the Courageous Men program. We help men like you become the most elite versions of themselves through fitness, faith, family, and finances. And this is the Daily Wake Up. Now, one thing that we kind of forget about as we get older is our nutrition. And we don't forget about it. We just don't necessarily know how to maximize our nutrition because there's so many things that are out there for us to think about. All these diets, all these crazy yo-yo diets and wild different ideas on what we need. Do we do keto? Do we do low carb? Do we do intermittent fasting? Do we do Atkins diet? Do we do low sugar, no sugar? Do we do no fats? Like, there are just so many different ideas of different diets that are out there. And ultimately, these diets work because they help you lose fat. But when it's all said and done, they actually don't work at all. And this is why. All right, so we go on this diet, right? We go on this diet, and 99% of the time, it's restrictive calories, okay? So you might be eating, let's say, 2,800 calories right now, and you're not losing weight. And then all of a sudden, you go on this diet, or you go on this fast, where now you're getting 1,500 calories. Well, I can tell you 100% right now that 1,500 calories is not enough for you unless you are tiny, tiny, tiny. And I'm pretty sure like nobody listening to this podcast is going to be tiny because this is a men's podcast. So we eat this low amount of calories and we start losing weight. But ultimately, the weight that you're losing is a lot of muscle mass. Yeah, you might be burning a little bit of fat, but ultimately you are losing muscle mass. Excuse me. So as we lose muscle mass, we actually slow our metabolism down. So we start burning less fat. Okay, start burning less fat stores. We lose this weight. Okay, we might drop 20 pounds or so, whatever. And this diet is not sustainable. So we go back to our old habits. Okay, now because we have now created more fat cells in our body, because our body is trying to store everything that we take in, we then gain that weight back plus some. So we put more fat on our body than we did before because we did not go about this a healthy way. And we restricted our calories. So our body started storing everything that it got, and it stored it as fat. It's not stored in the muscle. It was not more muscle. It's now stored as more fat. So we now have also this hormonal issue. Okay, more than likely low testosterone, low estrogen, just low numbers across the board. And we don't feel good. We don't sleep well. We don't recover well. We just overall don't feel good. We have a lot of brain fog, and it just doesn't work well. This is what happens repeatedly, over and over again, especially if you're yo-yo dieting. And it's not a good cycle. Continue to get into the cycle. You're in this hamster wheel of yo-yo dieting, losing a lot, then gaining a lot. Losing a lot, gaining even more. Like it tears your body down. It puts your body into constant stress all the time because you're not getting the correct nutritional value. you're not getting the correct macro values, and your body is just in stress all the time, high cortisol levels, and it can't recover. You continue to go through this cycle of high stress, and you're not able to get it back to what is called homeostasis, which is normal functioning body, normal functioning hormonal numbers, cholesterol numbers, all that good stuff. So we're put into this constant stress, and this ends up shortening your life. But this can be fixed. This can be fixed. This can be corrected. It just has to be done the right way. Most of the time, what has to happen, if this is your situation, then you have to go on what is called a reverse diet. A reverse diet is where you bring your calories up to what is called homeostasis, so normal levels of where you are depending on your basal metabolic rate and your total daily energy expenditure, and get that number. So for me, it's around like 2,600 calories a day. So I have to get back to that to get my body back to homeostasis and functioning properly like it's supposed to, and then get the hormonal levels back. Then once these levels are back to normal, that's when we do some type of diet. And when we say diet, we're talking about a flexible diet where we're dropping the calories just a little bit, 10 to 20%. And the macros, so the proteins, the carbs, and the fats are all selected in a way to create the body that you actually want and help you lose the weight that you actually want. The crazy thing about this, when we get back to homeostasis, sometimes because our body's functioning properly, we'll start to lose weight. Just depends on the individual, but a lot of times you will end up losing weight. And this is something that we will be teaching all of our people that are part of our High Performer 16 in. It's really a simple solution, and it's something that we can help you with as well. If you have any questions, I want you to go ahead and go in the descriptions of this podcast and connect with me, either on Instagram through my personal Instagram or Courageous Men Instagram, or join our Habits of a Man private group for completely free. You can also grab our Lean and Cut Men's playbook, or you can apply for a High Performer 16 intensive. Go ahead and connect in the description now. Make sure you share and subscribe this, or share and subscribe to this. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Remember to chase your fucking mission.